Last night on the football field, they came out #1 today at the Kinney National Cross Country Championships, where Louis Quintana of AG finally won it. He crossed the finish line in 15 minutes, 7.22 seconds. James Menon of San Luis Obispo, who finished second to Quintana last week at the regionals, pulled off a 9th place finish today with a time of 15:32.07. Winner of the women's division, Melody Fairchild of Boulder, Colorado, but you have to hand it to that girl back there who collapsed, Amy Rudolph of Pennsylvania, because watch what she does. She gets up and she finished the race, and you really have to admire that.
The runners are in San Diego to prove who's best.
I've been focused on totally, what I'm capable of doing. So I'm gonna go out and give them 100%.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to sunny San Diego. We are just seconds away from the beginning of the 1990 Kinney Cross Country Championships. I'm Dan Debenham, and this is ESPN Scholastic Sports America. ESPN presents the youth of America doing their best on Scholastic Sports America. ESPN Scholastic Sports America is brought to you by McDonald's. You know the one. It's McDonald's for food, folks, and fun. And by the U.S. Army. Learn how to get an edge on life. Be all you can be. Every year about this time for the past 8 years, the nation's elite high school cross-country runners have gathered in San Diego, California to compete for the Kinney Cross Country National High School Championships. A 5-day course that leaves no doubt as to who the best really are. For most, it's their first time competing at this level. For some, it's their first time to California.
Wow. It's really nice. It's definitely a change in the climate, but it's outrageous. I wouldn't mind staying here a little longer.
Brian Spoonier has good reason to smile. He's not only enjoying the California sunshine, but comes here as the top boys seed from the Northeast region. In order to qualify for the Nationals, you have to place in the top 8 from your region. The Northeast boys title went to Spoonier, while Amy Rudolph of Kane, Pennsylvania was the top girls finisher. Leading the South to glory for the girls was Megan McCarthy from Burke, Virginia, while the boys' top gun from the South was Crystal City, Texas's own Ricky Gallegos. Senior Darrell Hughes of Columbus, Ohio, qualified for the Nationals by winning in the Midwest. And Melody Fairchild from Boulder, Colorado, while small in stature, came up big in the win column by crushing her Midwest competition by well over a minute, and in the process, blowing away the old course record. Melody won it all in 1989 and fully expects to defend her title and hopes to set a new national record.
I say first and foremost, my goal is to go in and give the very best that I have inside of me, and that's what I can do, all you can ever ask of yourself to do. And I hope that very best for me tomorrow is a new record.
If someone's going to beat her, they're going to have the race of their life. But I don't know, anything can happen. I mean, she might have a lot of pressure on her because she's been running so well and because everyone thinks that she's going to win. But if she can keep her head in it, then she'll be able to do it. But I mean, I think I'm just going to be trying to run and give her, the next spot after her then.
The West Regional team is full of Californians. 7 of the 8 top girls, including top seed Dina Drazen. For the boys, Louis Quintana of Nipomo, California, not only leads the list for the West, but is also the clear favorite to lead everyone at the Nationals. A minor miracle considering how he did his first trip here 2 years ago.
Finished dead last by about 100 yards, and from that moment on, I made a vow to maybe I'll experience both ends of this, by the time I graduate. So hopefully Saturday will be a good story.
Anytime you get 32 boys and girls together from all around the country, some are bound to have a story or two. Like New York's Jennifer Norton. She has 14 brothers and sisters.
It's noisy. Used to people always coming into the house. But it's really nice because we're all really close and everybody kind of takes care of each other.
For most, getting here means tough training year-round. So the Kinney people who sponsor this event pack the 2 days before the race full of fun and games.
They treat us like kings. I mean, this is something you see like on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. like now they're having like these juggling stuff, and they're having a picnic, but it's catered, a catered picnic. I mean,
and everything. They like don't hesitate to ask.
The atmosphere they put up for us here, I mean, it's just great. I mean, it's not, they don't get everybody against each other. I mean, we're all doing things together, and I mean, there's not really a competitive atmosphere, you know, until it comes down to probably an hour before race time, then everybody's probably going to get after it.
And after 2 days of fun in the California sun, it is that time. Time to put it all on the line. Crystal blue sky greeted these young runners Saturday morning for the race of their lives, a race for a national championship.
Good luck, everybody. Runners, take your marks. Athletes also competing in a team competition.
A 15-yard lead.
Back with more of the races in just a minute, but first, let's take time out to take a look at our latest Scholastic Sports America Super 10 football poll.
It's 82 degrees at race time. It isn't far into the first mile that the heat is being felt by the front runners. Phil Downs, the two-time Wisconsin State cross-country champion, sets the pace. The temperature was in the 20s when he left home for San Diego. At the 1 mile mark, Phil Downs has about a 30-yard lead on a hard-charging pack. But as they head for the hills, Downs, who finished 21st here last year, slows. And here comes Louis Quintana. Running in the heat is nothing new to this Southern California native. In fact, he thrives on it. Undefeated this year, he can run a 4:07 mile. His competition considers Quintana one of the best downhill racers in the country. No matter how far out front he gets, he keeps himself under control and doesn't overstride like a lot of runners. Louis Quintana has made his move. 50 yards back, Jason Cassiano of Portage, Indiana, who finished 14th here last year, is trying to take over second place from Kevin Hogan, the New York State cross-country champion. And he's got him. Up ahead, Jason's lengthening stride has Louis Quintana looking over his shoulder, but he turns and focuses on the final grade and the finish line. Quintana's time of 15 minutes, 07.22 seconds is 30 seconds off the record, but the new national champion is satisfied. His was the right time in the right place.
It's just been a great achievement. You know, I've been working hard for 4 years. You know, I came here my sophomore year and finished 32nd, so I made a vow, you know, to get the other end of it, and it's just a great experience.
Jason Cassiano finished second. Dave Hartman of Canyon County, California, third. And even though Louis Quintana ran a great race, Jason says he may have missed a chance to catch him.
He really moved it downhill. So did I, but he knew I was on him. And at the time, probably with 600 to go or so, I knew he was going to be tough to catch.
In the girls' race, Melody Fairchild was literally expected to run away with her second title. Undefeated over the last 2 years, her training in the thin air of Colorado should be an advantage in today's heat. 31 other runners are attacking the course with that in mind. Pittsburgh's Kathy Knabb grabbed the early lead. Through the first mile, she set a blistering pace to match the Mercury. At the mile mark, with Knabb still out front, a 5'2", 95-pound girl is threatening. From 5th place to 4th. Now into 3rd. Melody Fairchild is ready to make her move on a visibly tiring Dina Drazen. For Melody, it's all downhill from here, almost. She pulls away in the rise to the finish, and the ascent is to her most rewarding win. She breaks the tape at 16 minutes, 39.26 seconds, setting a new course record by 4 seconds.
It feels great. When I do something, I like to leave my mark, and I did, and I don't know what to say. It was a dream, and it came true, and I think sometimes that's the best thing that can happen to somebody. I made a lot of sacrifices to get here, and I'd worked through them, and sometimes been scared that they would overcome my dream to get here, but I was too determined to get here. I wanted it bad.
Another runner who wanted it bad was Kane, Pennsylvania's Amy Rudolph. Thoroughly exhausted by the heat and competition, she still found something inside to come up with the most courageous performance of the day. It's that kind of effort and dedication that brought 64 of the nation's best high school runners to the national championship. But only 2 can take home the trophy. Certainly, though, the spirit of what Louis Quintana and Melody Fairchild share will go home with every athlete.